a do-over. It has totally been one of those days. I'm not kidding, seriously. We got out the door late this morning. I only have to turn around 10 minutes into the commute to my daughter's school to turn around and go back because she'd forgotten her PE bag. So we had to come back like for gym bag as well, you know, like with all the uniform changes. Then we had to get going again. So she was late to school. She had to go and get a slip for getting late to school. Then I tried recording this I've screwed up video once, only for me to realize that I was still on the wrong internet connection, so I had to swap that. So I swapped the internet connection, and what I didn't realize is that this thing had automatically gone into unlisted mode, which meant none of you saw that I was live, and it wasn't till I went in to fix it that I was like, oh my God. Good morning, hello. I sat here for 30 minutes thinking, oh, maybe it's just not a good day to go live because there was nobody. And do you know why there was nobody? Because it was unlisted, and I don't know why it was unlisted. So, and then also it's demonetized. YouTube have for some reason considered it an issue with it in some shape, fashion or form, that somehow it is offensive to people that I stuff things up. So it's offensive to me that I stuff things up. So, yeah, it's one of those things. So, what it is, you guys, I'm still getting into the hang of doing everything from a different venue than from home. And so I'm still not in the hang of doing my pre-recorded videos. I haven't finished setting up that room. I've got to sort some power issues out in there and what have you so I can have my lights going. And so that's cool and that's fine, but I wanted to have a video for you, and it's just been like, this is try three. So I don't know if you've watched what I was doing in the other one. I've no idea. I don't know. Like, seriously, is it even Tuesday? Because honestly, I'm just having a day. I'm just having a little moment now, you know? Third time's the charm, totally. So what I've been doing is for you two lovely ladies, or four lovely people in my stream right now that I will talk directly to. Hello. I sent out a newsletter and it went out early. It was supposed to go out tomorrow, and I stuffed it up and it went out on Sunday. And so it meant that people got, those of you that are on my newsletter mailing list, got a 15% off code for yarn in my web store, which I was like, sweet ass, it's my first time I've given a discount code, and I was so excited about it. Now, my plan this week was to come in on Monday, Tuesday, do the photos, take the edits, get it all up into the website by the end of today, so that tomorrow when people hit the image link to come to the web store to check out to see if there's anything they want to use their code on, there might be some extra goodies. Now the problem being, I noticed that it went early and there was nothing I could do until yesterday to start doing all the photos. So I've had to mad dash. I've got about I'm sure you can see some of it here, some of the photos I took of the yarn yesterday, because there's currently no Circinus over on the web store, there's no Triangulum, and there's no Milky Way, and I was just like, Circinus and Triangulum don't even have empty spaces. I haven't made a home for them on my web store yet. And so I'm like, oh my God, all these people are going to, like, it's nightmare time. Tara, you totally need to fix it, and you need to go over on my newsletter. So off you go. No, don't go anywhere. Stay here. Anyway, so I've decided, like, I'm going to do this live stream and show you guys my photo editing process, which I did in the last one, which I actually think I'm going to remove and delete, because for some reason, I'm going to flip the screen. Are you guys ready? Me showing you guys how, oops, that's a bit close now, isn't it? Hang on a second. How I do my photo editing for my web store, like, so hello, pick some yarn, and how I made a preset. That one's, so see how this one's just that little bit dark, click the preset button, it brightened it up, and I went and talked for like 30 minutes on about, you know, how I don't like how messy this bit is here, but I like how the colours come out, and I'm going to reshoot that one. I've got a little pile of reshoots, and mostly this colour blue. I seem to really struggle, not this one I'm going to keep, but I seem to struggle with getting these blues. And I had a good play. Yeah, Kim's probably busy. Like, because Tuesday's not a normal live stream day, although it's becoming that way, isn't it? Because I'm getting so slack. And so yeah, so I tweaked all these photos and made them all beautiful, so that I can get them up on my website. So, because the thing is, like, I really do have a thing for grey. So I've got like this grey, which is like it's called graphite. It's definitely a bluey grey. And then there's Remington, which is most certainly a blue with hints of greys through it. Straight up to my just straight out this grey. I love this grey. I use this for so much stuff. So but I haven't finished editing the photos, so I'm gonna edit some with you guys here because you're here. So I take issue with this particular picture because for some reason I decided to focus here rather than over here, which just feels weird to me. I'm going to see if I can fix that up in the clarity. I'm just going to drop, go away. No, stop that. Click that button, that made it go away. They've just done a big update in Lightroom, which is this software that I use for editing my photos. And so things are just in slightly different spots than what I'm used to. So we go, we pump the clarity. So this is, I worked out in the last video that when I hold this here, it looks nothing like what it looks like to me. The screen is, what's here is probably more accurate than me going like this because it's got all the wrong light. So, oh, there we go. If I go extreme close-ups. Anyway, so I'm trying to edit the picture on this ViewSonic monitor to be as similar as possible to the skein in my hand rather than what's in the camera here, because you're getting it like it's from a video of a computer screen, which is never good. So yes, oops, I just hit the microphone. Hang on, guys. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, so I'm just going through, but I made a preset, and on a few photos, especially the yellow, the preset just didn't do enough. So see how dark this is around the outside. Like the actual yellow is good, but the rest of, like, because I like it to have a, oh, what did I do? Come back here, you. I like it to have a whiter background. So I'm just going to drop down the contrast a little, punch the whites up a bit, and that really helps. I mean, it's not ideal, and I probably need to just learn how to take better photos of whites, because it seems to be a struggle that I have quite regularly, is the whole yellows and some blues getting their photos to be accurate on the web store. Now that is quite a bright yellow in real life as well, so that one was actually, believe it or not, needs a little bit more saturation, or maybe not that much saturation. Yep, just a smidge, just a little drip, of extra color. There we go. Good morning, Tammy. So then I went onto this blue one, which I really love, but I'm going to have to reshoot it because it's so blurry and I can't fix it. Like, I can pump it out with some clarity, but that just makes the blurry bit look blurrier and the clear bit look really harsh. So then, where did I get up to? I got up to, there we go, we're onto this one, which is very similar to the watermelon flesh that I had on the web store, but this is just a bit darker. So the screen has actually washed it out. Oh, actually, no, this is the triangulum in coral. What did I do with that watermelon? Oh, I didn't take another photo of that other one. All right, see you later, Michelle. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so this is a triangulum in coral, so that's actually very similar to how it's supposed to look. So what I'm going to do is after I finish this sort of, I'm going to say color grading. It's not really color grading, but it's kind of like color grading. I'll transport them over to Photoshop and I'll get rid of like the extra tie that's up here. And I'll try and blend in this tie here because I don't have a second photo of this one that I was happy with. I may even actually just completely reshoot that one because it's a bit of a mess really, isn't it? I mean, I like the color and everything, but you know. So that one there, I'll probably just try and, again, drop the contrast a little bit, punch up the white a smidge, just to make this outer area a bit wider. I know you guys are getting like it brown all the way around, but trust me, it's a lot wider. I'll put some photos up on Instagram of some before and afters if I'm able, so that you can have a better look at and see how they've come out after I've had a play. This blue I love, but that was a bit blurry. Is this other one better? Yeah, that one's better. Again, with the triangulum, it's so super shiny that I really find it hard to show the shine in the photos. So I'm going to see if pumping the clarity helps. It doesn't. I actually think this is going to be another one that I end up reshooting, just because I'm just not quite happy with how it's sort of sitting, how much of it's blurry versus how much is not blurry, or in focus. See, I make up all my own terminology. Probably just see if that helps. That helps to show the shininess a little bit. Let's drop that contrast and punch the white a little. I mean, that helps, but I'm still not 100% happy with that one. So I'll probably reshoot that one too, because I'm a perfectionist. I like to give you guys the best opportunity to see the color as best as possible. That one just, I think that one is fine. Oh, hello. You just attached to them. Yeah, just dropped it on the floor. Get up. So glad you didn't have to see that. But yeah, that one's like so close. Like, here we go. Pick it up, little phone. You can do it. All right, it can't do it, but trust me, that's just about perfect on screen. I'll probably clean up a little bit in here. And that's about it, actually. I really like that one. Like I was saying before, the Circinus is so photogenic. That again, that's probably a bit greener than the true color. So let's see if we can do something about that. That's a little on the green side. It's actually a mushroomy color. So let's see if a little bit of bump in the saturation helps. It does, but we just need to pump up probably, will the red do it? No. Maybe an orange. No. Maybe we can take out green. I don't know. I don't want to pump the yellow because it just makes it yellower. See? Wrong. Wrong. I know. That one's a tough one. That one is tough. Let me see. We've got a bit more. We can go more orange. No. Oh, this is going to be a butt one. Oh, there we go. Woohoo! Needed to take the green out and add more yellow. That's it. See, like I said, this is totally me just messing around, and I'm not the best at this stuff. I just play with it. Then we've got this pretty blue one to go. See you later, Nerdy Stitcher. Thanks for popping in. Is that? Yeah, that's a Circinus as well. That's a really pretty one. I had a couple of goes at that one because this is actually the first photo I took of that photo shoot. So you can see where I was working out where to lay it. I use a piece of white seamless, as you've seen. Hope you have a great day. And it was just like, no, not close enough. It's like, there we go, we're starting to get it. And then I was focusing more on the right sections of yarn. Now it's not actually as weird green. It's really pretty. It's like a bright Tiffany blue. So for my screen, what I'm looking at in real life, it's a lot better. I'll edit this little tail straight out. That's going. We'll see if we can pump up the clarity a smidge. And then we need to pump the white a little. Drop the contrast a smidge. It's fine for exposure. And the color is pretty well spot on, I think. So we could do this. We could make it more blue, but that would be wrong. We could make it that, which was just dreadful. So have you guys seen some of those web stores? Hey Newtown Knits, how you going? Have you guys seen those web stores where it looks like they just have the set model in one color shirt and just do something that changes the color? Well, this is just how you do it. Like, you can just, like, we can make it totally, prove me wrong, you stinky face. There we go. We can like make that bright blue or bright green by taking all the blue out. So we put that back to 0. Go back to 0, you. Back to 0. Look, seriously. 0. Thank you. Also, you can be 0 as well, because I was mucking with you. Yeah, so it's one of those things. You can. It's amazing what a bit of Lightroom and a bit of Photoshop can do to an image, honestly. So these guys are all ready now, because I did some of them earlier. So there's about 30 new yarns that are about to hit the website. Actually, make that about 25, because I've got a few more that I want to reshoot, and then I also have a few more that I want to do. There's no plain silk in this batch, and I've got some silks I want to take photos of. So if you are, I'm going to switch the screen. You guys ready? Ready? Scary face coming. Don't say you weren't warned. So if you guys are on the newsletter for Fiberific and you received your discount code, everything says it's a use once code, and at the moment it's still a use once code. But if you do want the yarn at the discounted prices and you want the other things, then you can just hang on till today, because the mistake, you know, I keep saying I stuffed up and I've screwed up, and it's because I totally screwed up. The newsletter went out early and it wasn't supposed to go out until tomorrow, and anyway, so I'm madly trying to get the rest of the yarn onto the website between now and the end of today. For me in Brisbane here, it is now 11 AM. I'm going to scoot, lovely lords and ladies. It has been fantastic, actually finally not stuffing up for once, because I stuffed up the first video by having it on the wrong internet connection. Then I stuffed up the second video by having it unlisted, so none of you knew I was even live. And so this is the third video that I've tried to do this morning. And just a little bit of photo editing, and so I'll leave this one up. I'll ditch all the others. I'll move them all to unlisted, so that you're not harassed. So I'm very sorry for those of you that get notifications that you just kept being spammed by me. I'm very sorry about that. But web store is going to be updated with lots of yarn very soon, and we'll see how it goes. Have a fantastic day, you guys. Bye.